a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Washington State lined up to kick it off and get this game going. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Miami's offense takes the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
He wants to throw here on second down. He's got it. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They try to pop a run on the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose the yard on that one. And the Canes want to move quickly. On second down, he's looking downfield, using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They'll throw on third and short. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. And the Hurricanes line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So Washington State's offense will go to work for the first time. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
It might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
Past the first down marker and still running. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Hold it.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on second down. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Washington State sends out the punt unit. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. He's got his man. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
And that last run leaves him with a third down. Will they keep it on the ground? Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Snags it over the middle. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Great job by the offense. Listen, the defense is going to sit back in zone. You know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Stopped after making the catch. This offense has a second down play. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Bulls his way forward. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Washington State has it all working right now. Pressure coming. They're working that left side. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Second down coming up. They keep attacking through the air. Quickly complete.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. The quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw it. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Washington State. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Washington State, 7.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
On second down, wants to throw it. Gets it to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. That's it, fly. Complete to the right. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
On second down, looking again to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The Canes headed quickly to the line. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it. The Hurricanes will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. On the move. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. They're getting this guy lathered up. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. To the ground with the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
I tell you what, fullbacks are kind of dying breeds. You just don't use them very much. So when you bring them in the game, a lot of times you bring them in the game to be physical and stout blockers, and then occasionally you give them the ball in those short yardage situations. You say, go get me a first down.
Guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone. I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
Give to the running back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
Makes his connection. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. He's there to make the stop.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He's looking to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He uncorks one deep. Fires into traffic, picked off. He'll try to take it back. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Giving him his pads. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And what a play and what a return as he takes it all the way back inside the 10.
I think when you're trying to throw against this guy, especially when he's in zone coverage, you got to anticipate the throws. You got to get it out before your receiver turns around to look. Because if you're even half a second too late, he makes you pay with interceptions.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Washington State lines up quickly. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. Down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Pullman. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas on the Palouse at Martin Stadium.
And the returner will be dragged down. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. And when your defense is performing like this, pitching a shutout, you want to find a way to reward them and help them out a little bit, David.
And I guess that's the upside for this offense. Their defense has been so good, but man, oh man, they've got to find something, Jesse, that they can hang their hat on, something they can do to move the football.
It just feels like at this point, they kick one more field goal and this is ball game because of how well their defense is playing. So I think offensively, just don't do anything stupid and give the game away.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? They'll try to get it through the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. Touchdown, Hurricanes! The defense takes matters into their own hands.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. This game might be out of reach by now, Jesse, if not for the benevolence of these guys.
I tell you, I give them credit offensively because they've been aggressive. They just haven't always been calculated, David. They've been way too cavalier with the football.
Aggressive and reckless. Like, there's a difference between the two. They've had some success and they've been good, but make sure that my bat isn't turning the football over and giving the defense easy opportunities to score.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Washington State going back to work on first down. Wide out in motion. Calls his own number. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
He's brought down, but he's got enough to give Wazoo a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to move it through the air. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Quick completion on the out. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
He makes the grab.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play. You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing.
Catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Washington State.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
On first down, here comes this offense. He's going to pass. Immediately fires to the middle. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Grabs it in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Canes moving quickly to the line.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It does.
And the Cougar
Defense, you know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Leaves it with the back. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
The defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage of the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Starts to scramble to the left. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Cougars. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Oh, he wants it all. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Grabbed over the middle. It's Westbrook. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying play action. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that lead grows even bigger. With that field goal, now it takes a touchdown to beat them, so you want to pin them back and then let the defense have a little room to work with. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game to build confidence for the next time they take the field.
Yeah, and there hadn't been much good today. But build confidence, sure, but just show your team you're going to keep fighting no matter what the scoreboard says.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38. The offense set for a first down play. Run it with the fullback. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Washington State.
And here comes the field goal team. Salt, meet open wound. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is